Hello everyone and welcome back to Ash of Gods Redemption. Thank you for joining me today. We've just arrived at the city of Ursus and we have two options here. We can go to the inn, we can rest and plan our next steps there, or we can go through to the gate because we need to get into the city first. I think we are on the track of a healer who is apparently in the city. But let's just check out the inn first of all. I don't know if there's much we can do here. I don't think any of our party currently in need of leveling up. We've got no kind of items to give to anyone, so there's not really anything to do here. No one's injured. We're actually doing all right in this party. So yeah, let's just go to the city then. Go to the gate. Okay. Finally, the northern Durannon fortress comes into view from behind the trees. Ursus used to be a small settlement above the salt mines, but has grown because of the Menhir. The palace walls and the towers cover the entire hill. Is the cure to the wretched plague within. Your daughter distracts you from your thoughts. Dad, why do you look at the city as if it's new to you? You look to the city as you answer her. I'm trying to read the flags on the steeples. They tell you which rules are in effect and what's going on in the kingdom. A Bakanan flag, for example, would be a sign of a large-scale war. Reader watches in excitement. The King of Drana is here. The golden lion on the first flag is the symbol of his royal house. There's also a yellow Durannon flag with 5 stars, and a white one just like it, the flag of Bakanan's 5 kingdoms. Share your thoughts on the potential enemy. You nod solemnly. Makes you wonder what a war it could be. The western borders are crawling with bandits. The Gales make sure we don't get too comfortable, but a large-scale war could only happen with Frisia. That's what's all coming to, I suppose. You nudge your horse forward. We have our own concerns. Hold your tongues while we're at the gate. We've ridden from Albius and stopped to help Vegan defend the double Menhir. Leave the rest to me. Now, be quiet. The commander of the guard approaches you. He introduces himself as Shek and asks you to see your papers. The fact that he's not just some guard or an ordinary sergeant is worrisome. Something must have happened in the city. Finally, Shek returns your papers and squints at you. Well, I see that your papers are in order. Please see me one by one. By Durannon law, your swords must be sealed with wax at the gate. You may break the seal only upon leaving the city. Any earlier and you'll have to loosen your purse strings. The fine is only the smallest penalty. You hand over your weapons so they can receive wax seals. The guardsmen at Ursus' main gate look troubled. Some sport fresh bandages. Shek studies you with a curious eye. So yeah, we know. So the Menhirs are normally healing things. You touch them and you get healed. But currently, I think if you touch them, you basically die. They're all corrupted. So we could say that we're trying to be healed with the Menhir. It seems unlikely. But also, we are looking to see under the local healer. So I'm going to say that. Shek smiles with a subtle wink. You have to be very lucky to catch her at home. She comes and goes as she pleases, and nobody knows when she's coming back. You might have to leave empty-handed, I'm afraid. Your journey couldn't have been too pleasant, am I right? His piercing gaze is unsettling, but you aren't the one to be stared down. Not pleasant at all. We had to aid Vegan at the double Menhir. Twice we fought back odd masked warriors. Shek's expression changes in an instant. Damnation, we got so wrapped up in our own troubles we completely forgot about the stockade. We should outfit a relief party. Be on your way, my friends. Behave yourselves. I've urgent matters to attend to. Shek quickly marks your papers and stomps off. You nod to your companions and into the city, happy to avoid its scrutiny. Okay, we've got a bunch of things we can do here. Teak's Inn. This inn belongs to an old friend of yours. Perhaps you should drop by. That sounds like a good option. We don't need to do that. Small shop. The city is sizable, yet very few shops are open. We could go to the Menhir to see whether that's what sort of state it's in. Under's house. A prominent healer lives here when she's not busy roaming the world. A burnt down house. This house burned down recently. Okay, that's interesting. I think maybe the first thing we do then is check in on our old friend. Seems to be a good thing to do. Well met, Teak. Haven't seen you in ages. Why is this place so empty? Used to be packed.
Hey.
Thorn Brennan. Good health to you, and a hearty appetite. I never dreamed I'd see you. Oh, and you have company. In truth, haven't met many clients lately. Such are the times. Well, you can play host now. You're still a good cook, I hope. Arrange to have the table set and come with me. We need to speak in private. Tell me, what's new in Ursus? What isn't? An enchanted bell, an unknown plague, and some evil spirits with white masks. Oh, not another enchanted bell. Didn't we have one of them before? Where we were playing as Hopper, and he went up to see the bell, and that's where we got corrupted. Something happened. Yeah, okay. Tell me about this charm bell. The big bell, one at the City Hall, began ringing all by itself as the commotion happened. It went on and on. Anyone sent there was cooked alive. A display of sorcery if ever I saw one. It's been ringing in Albius unendingly too. Wait, it's not ringing now, is it? Aye, the bell just started ringing all by itself, then it stopped, just as suddenly. If anyone knew why, they sure kept quiet about it. Not like your story about Albius is that special either. A merchant from Hyborg stopped by yesterday, said the same thing happened there.
Hey.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same all over Tominium. I can only guess what's happened and why. Has the plague reached Ursus? Townsfolk say the contagion has spread everywhere. At least the temple servants have ointment for that. They won't give you a supply of it, but they'll put some on your neck. They've got loads of the stuff. Seems like they were prepared for all of this. Did a demon appear here? Has anyone gone mad? God forbid, what are you saying, telling such horrific tales? Though there were murmurs that the reaping was coming. You know that old legend? But those who spoke of it were brought to heel by the king right away. No good comes from spreading panic among the common folk. Frowning. So, the king says there's no reaping, none at all. Not in Ursus, nor anywhere else. Perhaps it's for the best. The masked killers. Are they Enzes? Enzes schmenzes, I've no idea. All I know is that a couple of days ago, some really evil spirit slunk into town, killed an awful lot of good folk before the guards took them down. They're still hunting the rest of them in the forest around the city. What evil spirits are you talking about? Perhaps it's just Frisian spies. Do I look like a fool to you? Frisians are still people, even if they've been touched by the gods one too many times. Those corpses, on the other hand, they're absolute vermin. Who knows how many still lurk in the city? The king's not tightened security on a whim. Then why are you keeping your inn open? What if they attack again? Bite your tongue. I'm keeping my place open by order of His Majesty. It's to, how do they put it, prevent the daily lives of the common folk from becoming disturbed and stem the spread of unwanted rumours. Damn these troubles. Let's talk on something else. Whatever you say, friend. What would you like? Why have Buchanan flags? Why do you have Buchanan flags here in Ursus? These cauldron heads are talking of war. Something about the Northers testing the strength of our borders. Soon as Prince Trig returns, he'll lead the allied Buchanan army. Our king, gods protect him, is a bit too old for the thick of battle. Where could the prince be on the eve of war? Why isn't he leading the troops in the capital? The prince hasn't been on speaking terms with his father for a couple of years. Some kind of argument, apparently. They'll have to reconcile now that the war is looming. The army will gather here instead of at the capital, since we're closer to the border and all. Prince Trig will return. He has no choice. We just have a bite to eat, then get to work. Consider it done. Then you'll tell me the news. Where you've been, what you've seen. Wait, what's that noise outside? Expecting some company? Looking out the window. Dad, there's a squad of guardsmen dismounting. Someone's with them. Uncle Bran, Vicci. Damn it, if he's got guards, we'd rather avoid confrontation altogether. Tigers, there's some kind of back entrance. Bran and I can't stand each other. I'd rather it not come to blows. Those are no guards, Thorn. More like your brother-in-law's hired goons. They pretend to guard the city, but they're just a bunch of cutthroats. Shek would only lend guards to Bran over his dead body. You decide what to do. You cautiously keep your distance, or do you look the sworn enemy in the eye? We've got things to do, but I don't know. Let's keep away for the time being, I think. Teague, we're moving out. We still need to visit Under. What about the horses? We've left our stuff there. Yes, I'll look after your horses. They'll be at the stables near the gate. You can come get them any time. Get going already. Okay, looks like we've got some troubles to watch out for then. Okay, we do need to go to Under's house. We do want to check the men here. Let's see. Let's go to the shop. See if we can stock up on some stuff. Is there anything we want here? Here's a bag. Bags full of herbs, ointments, tinkers, bandages, and terrifying surgical instruments in the right hands. This kit can heal even the gravest of wounds in no time. While resting, heals 2 levels of injury per day. For 1,000, that seems pretty good. The wind amulet, Messenger's Guild has its own superstitions. For example, amulets like this one are believed to strengthen the legs, walking speed +1. Heirloom rings, health +10. 22 strikes. We're getting a little bit low on strikes. We've got 66 left. Kind of regretting that 500 gold we gave away earlier. Takes your party 1 round forward in time. Oh, okay, so that's a card, one of the battle cards. Not too interested in them, I have to say. Cards don't seem that great. The healer's bag sounds really good though, for 1,000. And any of these things, extra health. I can only get 2 of these things. Oh, I can't even afford the heirloom ring anyway. That's 3,500 for 10 health. It's only for 1. I'm going to take the healer's bag. Yeah, I'll take that. And I'm thinking the wind amulet for walking speed +1. I think that's going to be good. We'll take that. Okay. And now we have no gold. Let's just go to the inn here and just equip our healers. We don't need the healer's bag at the moment because nobody's doing it. So while resting, so do we give this to, like, I'm assuming these people, well, if we have them here, oh, I guess you give it to someone who's injured, and then when you rest at the campsites, that'll then heal them. Okay, that's fine. So the window amulet, +1 walking speed. So I would say we give that to Sop is a warrior, isn't he? So we got, like, okay, Brett's an archer, so he wants to stay back anyway. Cleader, Ramlin, I'm going to give it to Sop, I think. Being the fact that he's the warrior, we kind of want him to get into the action as soon as possible. I think so. We'll go with that. Right, let's check the men here. Guards, stop you by the men here. No trespassing, sorry, but those are the temple's orders. Fret not. It's not far from the first time we've closed it off. Just let it regain its power and it'll start healing people again. For now, it's off limits. You have to leave. Even if you've been able to bribe the guards, buying off a Temple 7 is unfathomable. You remember the local men here losing its power occasionally, but this time it's particularly troublesome. Okay, fair enough. Right, well, let's check out Under's house then. You find Under's house and knock on the door. There's no answer, but the door slowly swings open. You enter. The house seems empty, but the door to the courtyard is open. You see a woman by the stone table in the courtyard. She notices you and flinches. If you're looking for Under, she's not here anymore. I'm her daughter, Ophelia, but I don't deal in healing or fortune telling. Please leave. Lisa steps forward. Sheila sent us. She told us Under could offer help. She also asked us to tell you that the source should be preserved. I am a little concerned why we're in kind of battle mode here. Oh, we didn't get attacked. Ophelia closes her eyes for a moment and then looks at the table. You draw closer and notice a message chalked onto the stone. Behind you. You turn sharply. Oh dear. Enns swarmed from the house in droves. You ready your weapons and notice that Ophelia is gone. Perhaps it's for the best. She's just getting in your way. Okay, so we are going to get into battle now. Okay, I think we'll go for everybody. Get everybody in. We're kitted out as much as we can be. Okay, so our archer, we're going to position at the back. We will place. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's. Oh, this is really stupid. But I'm sticking everybody over here. This is the tactic I normally go for. So I'd shove everybody over one side of the battle, because then these guys have to walk a little bit further to get into it. So they seem quite close up anyway. I'm not sure whether that's really going to help, but we'll try it. The battle cards, which I never remember to use. Now these guys actually have some as well, which is a bit of a shame. Do we have anything good? Reduces health by 5 to a random enemy unit and increases energy by 2 to all party members. Increases attack by 2 to a random party member. I mean, that's pretty good. There's no real downside to that apart from you are losing like a turn. Maybe we just kick off with that one. Increase defense by 10. Increases health by 10. Reduces health by 10. Is oh. 24, 25, 30. You know what I could do? We're going to do. We're going to do that on this guy. That almost kills him, and then that does mean that. Oh, now what they're going to do? Increase. Looks like they increased the attack of somebody. Right. So now, this guy, for example, I can get up back, so I can take him out with just a straight up attack. So increase your defense by 4, does not end the turn. I'm going to... I'm tempted actually to increase the counter attack. I'm going to increase this counter attack. Get him up here to attack here. That should kill that one. And invite attack from everybody else. Because he's up front. They may go for him, they may not. He's also... Ooh, that's good. He got extra 3 defense. Are they going to go after him? Yeah, so now I'm hoping to get like counter attack in, which is going to weaken everybody. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So who's this guy? 24 health. Do I take a shot? Deals 9 damage. Deals 18 damage. Okay, so we're gonna go. This is a longer range. This one, how much? That's 14 health damage to himself. That's really bad. I just don't like doing that. What does this one do? Increase your defense by 4. Does not end your turn. So I might as well do that first. It increases defense, and then I'm going to take a basic shot at this guy. Oh, health or energy? We'll go energy. So hopefully that'll reduce the kind of special moves that he can do. Oh, he didn't do much. I'll take that. Right, I forget what this guy does. He's got some like buffing things. Increase the attack of a party member by 2. Deals 28 damage to energy and increases your energy by 28. That's pretty good. And their basic attack reduces attack of a party member by 1 and increases defense by 4. Increases your attack by 1, doesn't end turn. I'm actually going to buff. Should we buff someone? Let's do a buff to Thorn. So when Thorn gets a turn, we should be able to like do a lot of damage. So we could do that now. So okay, increase defense and attack, but that does end in the turn. Increase defense of a party member, none of those seem particularly great at the moment. I can get in and do, let's see, 10 damage. Increase this counter attack, that could be good. Increase defense, deals 16 damage to all surrounding units. That's not really good enough. I can't get in deep enough. I'm going to go for just a basic attack. Let's see, 10 damage. I'm tempted to go for this guy. 10 damage. I'll go for his energy. Knocks him back one. What did that do? Not entirely sure. So we just have Gleeder left. Gleeder's just like a weird one. She does so much damage to herself in every move. Increase energy. Don't think I need to do that. I'm just going to do, we'll see, 10 damage, 20 damage, 10 damage. Okay, I am tempted to just do a basic strike on this guy. I'll go for his health because he's low anyway, so we should be able to take him out on the next turn. Oh, he's a counter attack there. Luckily, she is quite high in health. Counter attack, yes, good. He is a little bit low on health though, so this is the only guy who hasn't acted yet, but I don't think I can really do much. I think the best option would be to use her to do a basic attack on him to take him out. Okay, okay, counter attack. Nice. Oh, now that's a perfect opportunity now to do his big old attack to everyone around him, which will just get the two of them, but it will kill them both. So let's do it. Oh, okay, so they look like they have increased their attack. Oh, these guys, they're just going to keep buffing each other, aren't they? That's what they do. Right, this guy. What else do you do? 12 damage and stuns a target. Unfortunately, he's already acted, so that's not really going to help out here. Increase defense. Do we want to increase the defense? I guess that's not going to be a bad thing to do. So we'll do that, and then we'll move in with a basic attack on him. We'll go for health. I think we should be able to finish him off soonish. Got 5 health left, unless he's got a healing attack. Ooh, okay, that did set energy though, so that's not necessarily the worst thing. So what have we got here? Can you do an attack on him? Yeah, no problem, and we can kill him. It's got a nice long range on this strike. I think we've leveled that up at some point as well. Okay, that's good. Coming in. Yeah. Get the counter attack going. No counter attack that time. So who have we got left then? The ram then. So what we've got here, 28 damage to energy. And increases your energy by... That's good. That will kill one of them, I'm sure. 28. If I do that, that will kill him. Yeah, kill either of them. Who is the bigger threat? Neither of them have acted, I think. Let's take him out. Can we do that? Yes. That's so nice. Okay, yeah, just the one guy left. Come on, counterattack. Oh, no, we don't. Right, well, we can just do a basic attack here, I think. 10 damage. Yeah, we'll do this. I can't see how much damage it does. We'll go for the energy. So that will do a little bit more damage, I think, to the energy. Or to the health, rather. Yes, and kill him with a counterattack. Nice. Got a couple of level up as well. Got a bunch of gold, some strikes, that's good. Mm-hmm. Many thanks for saving me in order. And we should thank you. If we're done with the pleasantries, I've got a couple of questions for you. What were the Inzas doing here? Hiding. They were here for several days. They weren't going to kill me, but they wouldn't let me go either. I cooked for them, dressed their wounds, and averted those who came sneaking about. If I hadn't made myself useful, they would have killed me right away. They probably still would have eventually. They were lucky. Under's house would be the last one guards would check. From what I've heard, many find your mother intimidating. Some even say she's a witch. Why do your guests leave the door unlocked? You'd have to bring them back to life to get an answer. Perhaps they wanted practice and a bit more of than they could chew. In any case, they're gone. Such fear they caused me. And let me catch my breath. Did Under teach you healing? If you'll keep quiet, I'll tell you this. There is no Under. Never has been one. I did all the healing. Under was kind of a scarecrow. I fed the citizens rumours of the witch, so most people avoided my house. That's all I really wanted. Ah, interesting. Amazing, so it was you who started the rumours and pretended to be her daughter. Very clever, I grant you that. The only other option is to become a court physician. The king collects everything of quality. There are more temple servants in the palace than fleas on a stray dog. You know how they treat healers like me? We don't have the Inquisition here like in the north, but they surely make life miserable for me. Who is Gila? I cannot expose her secrets, but I will tell you this. She's my mentor, my guardian, and more. If she says something, you'd better listen. She doesn't say much. If you're a student, have you any counsel to offer? What should I do? How can we cure the plague? Is it even possible? Can we hope for divine assistance? Do not ask for divine intervention, for the gods give naught. The men here offer no cure when reap time is upon us, as they absorb the poison from the air. There are other stones, hidden but protected. They offer salvation. You must go to Opacum as soon as possible.
Right.
What source was Sheila referring to? There is no simple explanation. It's all foreign. The reapings, the reapers. This land used to have a power all its own, but it's dormant now. Very few still possess it, but it lives in your daughter. Sheila does not make mistakes. Are you saying my daughter is special in some way and requires protection? From whom or what? From those who seek her power, or wish to destroy it, or use it for their own ends. Do not ask me, just protect your daughter. Thank you, I have learned a lot. What are you going to do now? Oh, I don't know yet. I need to wrap my head around it. Will you let us stay and rest? Wait, what's that noise out there? Oh, now what? Check. As you enter the house, you hear a muffled voice. Thorn Brennan, by order of the king, you are under arrest. Open the door, or we'll knock it down. Don't even think of fleeing. You have guards outside and of the neighbouring houses. You turn to Fila. Can you lead us out of here, or at least save my daughter? Do you remember Chila's advice? Fila bites her lip, thinks for a moment. No, I can't lead everyone out, only Glida. Give me your hand, girl. Time is of the essence. Glida hesitates for a moment, then meets our solemn gaze. She nods and follows Fila into the courtyard. You watch your daughter walk away, then go into the street. A crowd of guards, mercenaries, and other soldiers is waiting for you. Next to the commander stands Bran Vici. He grins with malice when he sees you. Maybe we should have dealt with him earlier. I don't know. I've got bad news for you, Thorn. Orders from Albius for your arrest. Moreover, I've become aware that Prince Ho was with you. Yet he was not in your company when you arrived in Ursus. If he perished, gods forbid, you should prepare for the worst. Unfortunately, he did die. He was one of the first people in my party to die. That was... yeah, we made bad choices. In that case, we should say goodbye, Shek. If Bran has a hand in this, I hope there's no hope of a fair trial. You listen to him, Shek, and you call yourself commander. Search the house. He had his daughter with him. She's hiding somewhere. Find her. Teach your wife to make soup, though I doubt any woman would have you. Boys, lead the prisoner to jail and shoo away the onlookers. The guards separate you from your companions and lead you away. You hear Bran swear in frustration. With a heavy heart, you follow the guards to a gloomy building. The gates squeak open, and you soon find yourself behind bars. The other cells are empty. You decide to rest, but in a couple of hours, Shek and Bran return to pay you a visit. This doesn't seem good. That's the thing, Thorn. Rules dictate that I allow your relatives to visit you. Bran Vici is technically your brother-in-law, and he insisted that the meeting be arranged. Just indulge him, alright? At times, even family watch would be avoided. This is one of those times. Turning to face Bran. Bran, come to mock me. Aren't you afraid, Bran? After all, I'm neither shackled nor beaten half to death. He grinds with her teeth. You find it funny, do you? Well, I've got some news that'll turn that smile upside down. Some of it directly concerns your fate, and the rest is about your son, your daughter, and your father-in-law. Where, oh where should I start? I don't like this guy. Okay, tell me about Mact. Let's start with the top one. Mact has been hanging around the Alden King's court, hasn't he? Don't you know that he took a small detachment to Frigga to assist in the Crown Prince of Asana? Despite a shy display of courage, he was finally captured by cannibals, my dear Thorn. Man-eaters. You lie. Oh, why would they ever do such a thing? It's hardly a secret and easily proven. Word from Frigga spreads fast. Oh wait, you're in prison. Not sure how I could have forgotten that. Well, I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. Well, whatever. What do you want to hear next? Okay, tell me about Stackett Vitchy. It's our father-in-law, right? My papa and I were saddened to learn that my dear sister has, how shall I put it, passed on. That's probably old news to you. Were she still with us, you wouldn't have fled Albius without her. Nevertheless, Count Stackett Vitchy grieves deeply over the loss of his daughter. Father will probably also ask Tenor when he arrives in the pacing. Who knows, maybe we'll learn something new. Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it. If I make it back before your execution, that is. Leaky's death is no fault of mine. Don't hold out hope of the news being a death blow to your father. He might be old, but he's a tough nut to crack. You're just out to make me the villain, aren't you? At least I haven't killed any of my kin, unlike someone I know. Well, whatever. What do you want to hear next? Tell me about Gleda. The actual news is that I'll find her very soon. No need to thank me. Family has to look after each other, after all. Thinking about this poor child's tribulations, I can't help but weep. All alone in the world, no place to call home. Maybe you don't give two pins about your own daughter. That's good news, actually. You don't know where Gleda is, which means I've no cause of concern. You don't really think I'm going to reveal the whereabouts of the woman who, along with my son, deprived you of inheritance, do you? Such detestable insinuations. Your words wound me. I am simply concerned with the well-being of my niece. Need I remind you that I am a representative of the Kingdom of Udala and advisor to the King of Jarana? Perhaps I should ask the executioner to take his time with your head. 3 chops instead of 1, or 5. Our executioner has mastered this craft. It only takes 1 clean cut. He knows full well that I'll send him packing if he doesn't do his job properly. After all, I'm commander of the guard here. With a sour smile. I never thought I'd be glad to hear those words, but thanks, Shek. he's got a high-pitched voice as well, hasn't he? That suits him perfectly. Oh dear. Oh, what a greasy, yucky man. Well, whatever. What do you want to hear next? Tell me about my fate. Your fate is no surprise. Prince Treeg sent a carrier pigeon requesting you be detained, and so you have been. Why in the world did you take his son with you? Now the king wants your head, obviously. It's not like he has an endless supply of grandchildren. No more news for today, Thorn Brennan, or for the rest of your life. See you at the scaffold. Wouldn't miss it for the world. You've really gotten yourself in a bind, Thorn. They'd need 2 executions just to get even. Treeg's letter also said that you killed some local guardsmen and townfolk when you fled Albius. Guess it's a good thing you can't die twice. Pity about your companions on the floor below. Though their fate's not sealed yet, they could join the penal company and scrub their records clean with blood. They've been under your command, haven't they? Thanks for the tip, Shek. I'll relay the message during the execution. Now please leave me to my thoughts. I've a lot on my mind. Sorry, I can't do it. The law states that you're required to bathe. You need to be clean for the execution, physically at least. That's a weird thing, isn't it? Does it matter? Peering into the cell next door. The moment I step out to wash, they give me a cellmate, a girl no less. Hey, who are you? What are you in for? That's no concern of yours, old fart. May the demons take you away. How foolish of me to hope for solitude in prison. It's rife with morons. Or are you just too shy to take a leak? Go for it, I'm not looking. I've seen enough already. What's that crest on your sleeve? The Vitchy coat of arms? Don't tell me you're Bran's bodyguard. Oh, you weren't just ogling, but actually looking. You know your heraldry. Wait a moment. Are you Thorn Brennan? That maggot Brand's brother-in-law and arch-enemy? I must be his enemy. He considers me such. Rivalry, just as affection, is strongest within a family. Till death do us part. You seem to be the loser of this rivalry. You're in prison and Brand's not. All you can do now is keep calm and think happy thoughts. Can't think of anything happy right now. My wife is dead. My daughter's gone. My son is missing. I think he's in trouble. My country's plagued by the reaping and I'm awaiting execution. And that's just the beginning. Some trouble you got into, you man. Tell you what, everyone's got something to beef about. Dwelling on the simpler things will make you feel better. For example, I hit a certain bastard in the balls. That's a pleasant thought right there. Brand Ritchie getting kicked by his own bodyguard? Unbelievable. Let me guess. You're from Rodona, aren't you? You must be an acolyte of the Monastery of Assassins. The abode of Humble, isn't it? What made you serve what do you call him? A maggot? You have keen eyesight and a keen mind. Is there anything sweeter than freedom? My sister and I were acolytes in the monastery, yes. The only way to leave was to be hired. Ironic, isn't it? My desire for freedom led us to serve Bran. Who knew that he turned out to be such a bastard? He started hitting on me. It would be one thing if he were capable, and he's just a soft cock in fancy breeches. He said he'd flog me to death if I started talking too much. I've no plans to stay here much longer. Will you turn into a bird and fly through the bars? Don't you want to fly away with me? Just say the word. Unless, of course, you're going to be asleep. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. Sleep. So let's conclude this pleasant exchange of ours. You may be right. Soldier's first rule, sleep wherever you can.
Finding the key for a tricky lock is sometimes easier than finding the right approach with a person. Dissonant words are like broken tools.
Okay, well, we're moving on to chapter 5 now. Who are we? Okay, we're back to Hopper now. So your pursuit of Thorn and the truth about the mysterious curse continues. Ahead lies the city of Ursus. So we are hot on the trail of Thorn. Hopefully we'll kind of catch up and maybe Hopper can get him out of jail and I can kind of team up or something. I'm looking forward to the time when they kind of get together. Well, if they will. I don't know if they will. Anyway, I think that's a good point to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one. We did have a bit of action this time, as we didn't really have any battles last episode. This time we did. Pretty satisfying one as well, so I'm good with that one. But we are in prison. It's not a good thing. Okay, well, let's see what we can do next time out. So I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.